What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB. Once again, big shout out to my darky shenanigans 0672 for coming through and boosting up the coin. Bash! So, bash! We have an update with the pork. The pork. He makes me laugh, man. Big conk. Talking about Carl FROCH. I'm telling you, man, the northern patter, yeah. I mean, there's good elements in both, to be fair. That's where I got the word moody from. That's a southern thing, but still, it makes me laugh. Anyway, there's an update, and you almost have to hear it. He did call me out, not call me out, but he called me out to some extent. And when I sort my living situation out properly, yeah, and I'm relaxed and calm, I will hop on there and I'll press his ass. Where are the turkey tapes, man? Yeah. You've been talking too much. You should have kept it to yourself. It's giving me a bunch of bitches at Costa vibes right now. Oh, my man did this. What did your man do? That's how it's minded me now. Put this yabbering on. Where are the tapes, bro? You said you was dropping the tapes. He's mugged you off. He's Johnny bashed you like that. He's having a laugh. He's having a laugh. Big conk's having a laugh with you right now. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He's laughing at you, man. Tell the truth. I'm just telling you what's happening here. Anyway, here's the latest update. I'm not even sure where to start. I'm not sure there is really an order. I'm just going to start playing the notes I've got and we'll just go through it.
It's all right. Crotch is a little bit different. He's a bit insecure kind of thing, a bit unsure. He's not. He's very sensitive and he's very hard work. You know what I mean? But you can put with it for so long until you think, hang on a minute, can't keep moving goalposts for me. I'm too impatient for that. I won't put up with that. Do you know what I mean? So what I did, I thought, I'm going to be a little bit more cunning here. I'm in a good position here now, and he's the one on the back foot, not fucking me. So we're going to see what's happening. But I think he'll come on eventually, and then we can put the beef to bed. Do you know what I mean? Because if he don't, and I'm going to look all right in CUNT if I do this, but I'm the type of kid that, do you know what? I'm crazy enough to do it. I'm not going to care, but he will regret it for the rest of his life because it will follow him around and haunt him.
Yeah.
It will haunt him, mate. And voice texts will haunt him what he said. And he knows what he said because he saves everything. So he needs to go back and play him what he said and then have a fucking good think. You know what I mean?
Well, do you know what? I hadn't heard the voice text, and I already know what kind of language is going to be used in it.
Well, let me tell you this: Julian McGowan's heard about 4 of them, right? And I've got 7 altogether that he won't want out there. And Julian heard a few of them, and they were long. So he needs to go play him his sen and think, oh my god, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, isn't it? It's shithousery, and I don't want to be involved in shithousery, but I'm not being fucked about. Like this hanging on 18 months, especially when I was doing his scripts and getting dough off him for it. I thought, oh, brilliant, he'll build in the studio and all that. Listen, how heartbroken, mate. I thought, this will be a good little number, this, because I could knock him up in 2 minutes, me. I'm that funny. It's what I used to do. So I used to write material for comedians, so it is what it is, isn't it? But like I said, if he wants to go down that road, he's the loser, not me. I've got no to lose. I'm just a mouthy YouTuber. He's the Hall of Famer with the MBE. Listen, his MBE will be gone. With no MBE, that'd be gone.
Yeah.
That'd be gone. And his credibility will be shot to shit. He will come on his hands and knees and kneel before the pork. He will, mate, he will, honestly. He absolutely will, but...
Oh, man. So, in that clip, that gets to the crux of the issue here, which is... He said, I was heartbroken. I don't know how... I'm trying to think, what could a man do to me that would make me heartbroken? There's nothing a man can do to me, man, to tell the truth. There's not one thing another man can... Even a woman, like, it's different, I guess. You can be emotionally entwined. But there's no man... I'm trying to think, what can my dad do, really? There's not much. I can't see what they can do. What can a man do to me? Right? I could never come on here and tell you, I was heartbroken, he let me down. Yeah? Unless it's your family, don't expect nothing from no one. Especially celebrities. Celebrities are used to. Carl FROCH, maybe not so much him, but he'll get a level of it. But he can probably go anywhere in Nottingham. And Conor McGregor said this. He said he couldn't believe it. When he was broke here, not a bean to his name, he couldn't get nothing for free. But once he was a celebrity, he can't pay for anything no more. People just throw things at him. So when you're in that entitled position as such, you're used to people doing things for you for free. Yeah? So why would you... It's not like Carl Froch was your brother. That's a bit different. And even then, though, but you get the point. You met him. You was a big fan. How you know Carl Froch, Pork? The Pork. How you know him is you hanged out the back of him. That's how you know him. Right? You was his biggest fan glazing him. So he sees you. And that's what I told you, man. I'm not interested in autographs. I'd never ask another man for an autograph. Yeah. Now, would I ask him to pay my bills? I might. That would be if me and another man was going to do anything regarding a piece of paper, it'd be like, hey, bro, man, I got this bill coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for no corny autograph from some dude, man. What do you think I'm going to do with that? What's that going to do for me? Yeah. Now, is there a little eBay lick? Maybe. If it was eBay lickable, that might be a play there. But I'm not going to sit there. And the Pork's been hanging out the back of Carl for a long time, giving him dues that he didn't necessarily deserve, and as you're seeing now. And now he's like the bitter, scorned ex-wife. Oh, he broke my heart. What else did he say? Just something funny. He'll bow before the Pork. Well, the point is, they've got more clips to come, but the point of these clips are, he keeps yammering on. Oh, he'll bow before me. And it's funny. I like listening to it. But at some point, you got to put the turkey tapes out there, man. You got to put the turkey tapes out there. You've been doing too much talking. That's what you've been doing. Way too much talking. Anyway, we've got another clip here somewhere.
Now, where I can just watch his channel and pinch everything. You see where I'm coming?
Yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah.
Well, that's what he'd done. He'd made a business issues, and that's what he does, isn't it? He's the type of guy, right? I said, oh, that's a nice car, that. Yeah, Porsche Taycan. Yeah, electric. Oh, brilliant. How much for that? Oh, leased. Right. Oh, get it back off your accountant. I had a Merc AMG at the time with a sports, but he's like, what did you, is that lease? He goes, no, Zick, I like to own my shit. You know what I mean? Oh, lease them. He's like that, out for a pound note. So he looked at it like, I'm not paying Porky. Why should I pay Porky when I just watch his channel? Jot a few notes down. You see where I'm coming from? But don't promise me to go on your channel and cock off. You know what I mean? I can't stand that. Because there's talkers and there's smoky bacon walkers. But end of the day, he's the one that's going to be smoked. Not me. He's it all to lose. For the sake of what? A Zoom is a crazy man. But he's going to wake up soon. Oh, it's happening. He's going to wake up soon and he's going to go, oh my God, I'm trending. And he'll cry his eyes out. And I'll be devastated as well. But it is what it is. I'm going to put my knee on his neck. See how he feels.
Yeah. It's a shame it's come to that, though, isn't it? But
yeah, of course it is, yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not sure. It seems to me like this is a cry out for help. Because it was only the other day, yeah. I did say this. But remember when Carl threw him a stinky bone? And I was the one who told it was a stinky bone. I said that. Yeah. Because these celebrity, man... When you see a celebrity, the question you have to ask yourself is, what makes you special to them? Nothing. You think celebrities don't have a whole bunch of dudes trying to be on the tour bus, right? What are you doing for them, in that sense? Nothing. Bottom line. So from that perspective, they'll use you where they can or cannot, and there'll be plenty of other people lined up. How many people do you think want to be best friends with Carl Froch? A whole bunch, like any other celebrity. Yeah? And that's the place the celebrities come from. End of the day, in particular. Celebrityism, in general, it tends to be... We're all selfish, but they're mega... They can become even more selfish, because everyone's hanging at the back of them. Oh, can I get a photo? Can I get 1 minute? You know what I mean? It generates that sense of self. Oh, I must be special. Because everyone's bootlicking me. Gagging to lick my boots. Right? That's how I understand celebrity. Like that. The Pork, though, he don't get it. So when Carl said, yeah, take this stinky bone. I threw you a bone. Yeah, I'll pat you on your head. I'll come on your channel for sure, bro. Just pipe down for now. Yeah. Pork then came on saying, yeah, he said he'll come on now. And then I did a video on it. Pork ends up glazing Carl, saying, yeah, Carl was the best. He's the best thing in the UK since Lennox Lewis. And, oh, yeah, you can't knock his career. And you got to give him a lot of credit end of the day. See what I mean? So all Pork really wants is a tap on his head and to be told it's going to be okay. That's all Carl's. I don't think Pork's been talking like a bird. Yeah, when I say a bird, I mean the colloquial term for a woman. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna leave you. Yeah, they just always run their mouth. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna go shag someone at the weekend. They ain't gonna do shit. It's the truth. If you got the devil dick, they ain't doing nothing. It's the truth. They talk a good game. They ain't doing nothing, man. When it comes down to it, 9 times out of 10, they won't do nothing. Yeah. And that's how it's sounded with me at Pork. Oh, if you don't show me some love, if you don't give me some attention, Carl, yeah, if you don't tap me on my head, I'm putting the tapes out. And it's been going back and forth like this for a while. Carl mugged him off originally. Oh, I'm putting the tapes out. Carl taps him on his head and tells him, whispers sweet nothings in his ear. Oh, it'll be okay, Pork. Yeah, I'll let you clean my car. Come down to Nottingham and you can clean my car. Pork's like, yeah, Carl FROCH is the best. And now Carl FROCH is deading him off again. He's back on the hit, but it's a cycle. You see what I'm saying? It's a cycle. And the only way you break the cycle is, which is what a man should really do. I'm not even saying Pork should have come out and said he had tapes, but since he did, yeah, the only thing to be done now is, he should have, if he had no intention of putting the tapes out, for his own sake, he shouldn't have mentioned this whole thing. He should have sat there with his tail between his legs and just understood that Carl took the piss out of you. Yeah? Carl came round after hours, metaphorically speaking. What Carl's done is, Carl was supposed to be best mates with the Pork, and what he's done metaphorically, Pork was on holiday, or Pork was out working, doing the late shift, and Carl FROCH has come round after hours and give his missus the full service. Not the interim, I'm talking about the 2-yearly, the biannually service MOT, air conditioning refiller, the full one, the full works. And then he snuck off in the night and sent Pork a text. How's work going, mate? That's what's happened here. Yeah? And Pork, I don't know what he on. You said you got the tapes, bro. It's time to run with the tapes. He said he was coming on this week. I got a clip coming soon, or I got a clip now, in fact, where he admits that, oh, it looks like I've been played again. But the fact he's having this dialogue publicly, i.e., oh, the deadline was this week and it's not happened. Oh, what's going? The fact he's having a dialogue tells you he's not fixing to do nothing. The deadline was last week. You said the tapes were coming. The deadline's elapsed, and you're still back on it. Oh, I don't know. You ain't got no. I don't know if he's allegedly he's got some tapes. I think he ain't got the bottle for it. Honestly, if you had it, yeah, if you had the bottle for it, the tapes would have been out there. You play with me. And it's probably better from a legal standpoint as well, just to run. Don't even do the whole, I'm going to do this if you do that. Just put the tapes out there. Once someone has muggled you off, yeah, there's nothing really to talk about in my book. That invites. You basically, it's like if a woman cheats on you. If a woman cheats on you, there's no dialogue, or a man. If someone cheats on you, yeah, there's no dialogue to be had, really. It's just block, delete. Yeah, because dialogue means that you're low T. Dialogue means that you are estrogenic. Why? There's nothing to talk about. So if you've been cheated on and you're entertaining dialogue, that means you're deep down. You're, oh please, oh love me. Yeah, fuck that trick. She for the streets. He or she for the streets. Oh, but we've got. Again, if you've got kids and that, I guess you can cuck yourself and just suck it up. I couldn't be me though. Yeah, I'm more biblical with it. I'm talking rock and stone. That's what I'm talking. If it was my way, if these corny El Federals weren't here, for me it's the rock and the stone. If I've got kids with a bird, yeah, she's getting the rock and the stone allegedly. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking it back to 2000 BC. And you have to hold yourself to the same standard. I'm not saying I should be dogging either. But the rock and stone, there's a reason that stood the test of times. Until they started putting estrogen in the water, yeah, that was the test, the marital test, rock and the stone for adulterers. There's no doubt about that one there. Anyway, the point of that is, it's rock and stone time, Pork. Yeah, and your rock and stone is the turkey tapes. That's what the rock and stone is. Anyway, I've got some more clips here from the Pork. Let's get on with them. Is it 13 minutes? Let me check real quick. 10 and 17. I've done that one. It must be 13, yeah.
Don't they? Because they want to be in with the click. I'm not saying Duke McKenzie is. I might be a bit too much for him because I'm a bit out there. I'm pretty fearless with boxing because I think boxing can make you very bitter. I was told this by Jane Couch and Eddie Hearn told me before the Butte fight. And Dennis told me straight away, 2015, because it make you bitter this, I went, oh, I love it. Well, he were right, wasn't he? Dennis were very, very right. Can send you cuckoo, can't it? But onwards and upwards. So we've covered Big Nose, Carl FROCH at yahoo.com. Ask him why he's bottled the Zoom. Today was the deadline, wasn't it? He's bottled it.
So he said, oh, email Carl. This is the problem. Yeah. Again, with women. I can only really... I guess so there's some corny, low-T men who do it as well. But with women, yeah. If you notice, if you and a woman are having problems, the woman, she will tell anyone who will listen. That's what she'll do. Oh, he hasn't done this. Oh, he's done... Anyone that will listen. And even if someone who don't want to listen, they'll tell them anyway. Yeah? And that's what Pork doing. Oh, the deadline was today. And what do you mean the deadline was today? Oh, he's done me dead. Oh, what are you talking for, bro? You said you got your phone. Where's my phone? Where is my phone? I don't know where it is. But you got your phone out and went... Yeah? That's what you said. Deadline, phone. There's nothing to talk about now. Unless you're full of gas and hot air. What was the point? What was the... Oh, I've got the tapes. The tapes are X-rated. But I can't show you them. I don't go. That is industry. That's what the industry man do. Oh, I've heard this story, but I can't tell you. You watch them corny interview channels. They say, oh, they talk about Spark. Oh, I can't tell you. No, well, don't mention it then. They mention things and then say I can't tell you. That nothing more winds me up. Just don't mention it. If you ain't gonna say it, don't bother talking about it, man. It's low T. I'm gonna play that bit one more time.
I love it. Well, he were right, wasn't he? Dennis were very, very right. Can send you cuckoo, can't it? But onwards and upwards. So we've covered Big Nose, Carl FROCH at yahoo.com. Ask him why he's bottled the Zoom. Today was the deadline, wasn't it? He's bottled it. We spoke about Duke McKenzie. I probably showed missing up in that. I just believe in being honest. That he sent a message, he didn't get back to me. What can you do? The Dave Allen story. Is it getting...
Right, that's that part done. We've got one more, I think, coming up here.
You can come on here, but it's a boring story now. People keep asking, oh, when's he coming on? The point I want to make is this. Don't cock off with me. Me and Dennis used to get rolling around when he used to promise stuff, as you well know, Ken. There's been more since then, because he's got a big mouth, hasn't he, and his big ego. Because he'll be a loser.
It's basically come out and basically deflected the whole thing with that video. That's what he's done.
Well, he must want to call my bluff. But let me just say this. Obviously, I don't really speak to Julian McGowan no more, but up until 2 years ago, Julian heard 4 or 5 of them WhatsApp messages. I played him to him and he was like, wow, what are you doing with them? I don't really know. Since then, there's a few more.
This is the interesting thing. I don't know about the timeline, but it's interesting. Again, we have to talk about the women here. Yeah. Up until that point, in the Pork's mind, did the Pork believe Carl FROCH was doing him any wrong? Because at that point, he was still glazing Carl. So the question is, why are you sending... That's what females be doing, bro. Plotting on man's phone and, oh, look what he said, look what... Do you know I'm sending out things? If you and Carl at that point were tight, because you damn sure was hanging out the back of him, or he was hanging out the back of you, or you wanted him to hang out the back of you, why are you sending messages to other dudes that weren't in the conversation? Oh, look at this, look what I've got. Bit weird, isn't it? It's different if it's an op, right? If it's like, oh, Carl's a twat, and I've been saying that for 10 years, look what I found on him, that's a bit different. But if you're meant to be friends, and if you're all grinning teeth to him, but behind his back you're sending messages, that's off key, in my opinion. I'm not sure who's benefiting from that, but there is, people have said this. I haven't tuned into the Pork recently. I only started listening since the Carl FROCH beef kicked off again, but people say he falls out with everyone. It does ring true. At one point he was sucking Dennis promoter dude off, and that fell off, and now he don't talk to. I remember that Julian McGowan, he'd be one of the main guests probably 2-3 years ago, They fell out. Everyone he falls out everyone he falls out with. So at some point you have to start asking yourself, is it possible that pork's the problem? I can't think of someone I fell out with before. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think if you expect nothing, expect absolutely nothing, but you bare two hands, you can't go far wrong. I think pork has he didn't do me this, he didn't do me that. He doesn't really owe you nothing, though, to be fair. You're the muggins. Oh, but I did his MBE for him. Yeah? That was your first mistake, bro. Why are you doing it I ain't doing no favours for no celebrity, man. Yeah, cash exchange, cash or kind, every time. Services rendered. Bottom line. That's what it is, man. Yeah? Oh, I've done you a bunch of favours, you haven't done me nothing. Well, that's on you, muggins. If you've run around working for free, yeah, for a dude you met on the internet, right, who's mugging you off and never, I think it's a bit different, like, if you've got nothing, if you're scraping the bottom of the barrel and you're helping someone, that's different, but upwards, if a celebrity's got loads of money and you're bare bones, two bare hands, the money should be flowing downwards, no? If at all, right? If I'm doing you favours, if you're broke, I think it's different when you're broke. If two people are broke, doing favours is different. You're on a level. If you've got a multi-millionaire, 10 million or whatever, and you're doing him favours, it's like, for free, why would you not? If I had 10 million, yeah, and some dude was doing something for me, I'd make sure he was nice. Right? I'm not saying you give money away for free, but if people are helping you, and you're loaded, let the money flow, bro, right? Again... That's on the pork. You have to negotiate these things. Say, listen, do you want me to run around like a muggins with your mum doing an MBE? If you do, these are the services, bro. But I think at the time, pork was so enamoured with a celebrity. Oh, like I said with the Conor McGregor example. Conor McGregor said he couldn't believe he couldn't pay anyone to do anything. They always wanted to hang around with him and whatnot. Hangers on. And that's what pork was for Carl Froch. So you can't really blame Carl for that. You set the precedent. When you meet someone and all you're trying to do is do things for them and whatnot. Oh, let me do this for you, bro. Let me do that for you, bro. It looks like you're a side man. Yeah, you're the help. you were Carl Froch's unhired help. You can't even say you're hired help. You was just that guy. Yeah, muggins. That's what they call it. They're muggins. Anyway, let's play this clip some more.
Like, wow. What are you doing with them? I don't really know. Since then, there's a few more. So if he wants to roll the dice with me, old big conk, let him, because he'll be a loser, and there won't be any FROCH on fighting. I can assure you of that. He might even, I don't know if he'd end up on a charge for some of them, but ask Julian, he'll tell you what was said. But like I said, there's been more since then, because he's got a big mouth on him, his big ego, and he must think I'm stupid. So you don't turn around to me and ask me to go on after I'm writing scripts for him. And he would, fair enough, he did pay me. It was a 10-minute job for 100 quid. I thought, I'll have some of that. But only thing I've had out of him. But the point I want to make is this. Don't cock off with me. Me and Dennis used to get rolling around when he used to promise stuff, as you well know, Ken. I don't like bullshitters, and I certainly don't like messes or people that use me. And I'm a very revengeful kid. I always have been, and I always will be. So it's up to him if he wants to go down that route, but I ain't going to his house. He can come on here, but it's a boring story now. People keep asking, oh, when's he coming on? Ask him. You heard the voice text or one of them on my channel. That would note that. So what is going to be going on, but it is what it is, isn't it? But as regards somebody keep asking me if I want to go on that YB's channel.
Right, we'll stop it there. Let's get to the... So Carl was paying him for some services, so that shows you. I bet if Carl had said just do it for free, Pork probably would have done it. So again, I'm questioning now, how bad is Carl really? He paid you 100 quid for 10 minutes work, your words, right? That's not bad, is it? You can't really complain with that. So he was paying you at some point. So what is Pork bitter about? Apparently Carl offered him saying, yeah, we'll build a studio and I'll put you here. Oh, he promised me, don't promise you things you don't deliver on. I get that. I tend to be more on the conservative side. If I know I can't, if I know it's unlikely, or I'll make it clear my aspirations are this, but let's see what happens. People blowing smoke up your ass, sometimes it's with the best intentions. Sometimes they plan to do ABC and then, well, I think in Carl's case, he probably did plan to do it, and then he realised he can do it just as easy / as good as without you. Is that a snake move though? Again, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not really sure. Is that a snake move? This is just grown folk business, if you ask me, man. It's not like he was your day one. The fact you've been man-fanning him, you probably felt like you had more of a position than you did. You probably thought you was his best mate, or he was probably your best mate to you, but to Carl FROCH, you was another hanger-on. That's the truth. That's how you saw him as, oh, Carl's is my best mate, kind of thing. Pork probably told everyone, yeah, me and Carl are best mates. I've known him 20 years. But from Carl's point of view, he was another bare bum in the shower trying to get on the tour bus. That's the truth here. So I think the lines here are crossed. And again, the trend is Pork feels done wrong by everyone. And normally, is it possible everyone's done the Pork wrong? What are the chances of that? Is it not more likely that the Pork is the one who has some sort of tendencies to fall out with people and find their holes? I'm sure, is he perfect? I don't know, I've never really heard in someone. That would be the intriguing part. That's the thing we've probably missed in this whole beef, is we haven't never heard the other side. The other side's important. There's always two stories, the truth, or her side, his side, and the truth, which is normally somewhere in the middle. It'll be interesting to see what the FROCH has had on, and I'll tell you that now, the FROCH. Yeah, if you're out there, up on this channel, no one watches this channel, no one's going to find out that you was on here. Yeah, up on here, and put your side of the story across to the YB exclusively. Bash! Come on, big conk. Up on here, man. Anyway, he called out the YB as well. Let's have a look. But I am going to hop on, at some point, I will hop on PORKYS one, it'd be funny. I'm going to press him, but where the turkey tapes, bro? Yeah? I'll tell you this now, I'm giving you a deadline, Turkey. Sorry, the pork. I'm giving you a deadline right now. If you haven't put them tapes out in 7 days from now, after all the talking you've been doing about how you bow before the I can't like the bars, but all the talking you've been doing, man. Yeah? It's time for some action now. Otherwise, you're just another broad in a coffee shop with her friends bitching. Yeah. So if I haven't heard no turkey tapes a week from now, and or some there's no FROCH resolution coming. He threw you a stinky bone. That's what he did. He threw you a stinky bone, man, and patted you on your head. But if there's not something worth hearing in a week, I'm hopping on, and you're getting pressed about the turkey tapes. That's what you're doing. There's nothing. I can't lose that argument. Where are the turkey tapes, bro? That you said you was going to put out there. Yeah. Are you Carl FROCH's muggins? How are you gonna? What are you gonna say? Oh, there's nothing you can say. So you don't even want me on there. You'll be doing a Carl FROCH. You'll be saying, "Oh, well, I'm in Saudi at the moment, so yeah, let's do it. Come to my house." That's another thing as well. The pork said, "I'm not going to his house." Why not? Why not go to his house? Oh, I don't want to go all the way to Nottingham. It's probably good. You can film it. He said, "Oh, they'll edit it." Well, that's why you bring your own camera. You tell him, if I come, I'm bringing my own camera, and you put it on. Oh, but his editor's really good. Listen, his editor can't edit your footage, bro. There's no editor that good. Unless he's got the quantum editing skills, where he can shapeshift into your hard drive and edit. Come on now. Anyway, the last piece of this thing is the YB call out. I guess we got to cover. Maybe should I save that though? Maybe I'll save that. Maybe I'll save that for the call out next week when the port bottles it. I think I smell a stinker. I smell a bottle drop. I said it at the start 2 weeks ago, and I'm calling it now. He just wants to vent. He wants to vent and get kind of sympathy. I'm not sure what for though. There's not been no real wrongs here. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. Bye.